Wonka director Paul King has debunked a fan theory that Charlie Bucket is in the movie, and the sequel needs to keep it that way or it'll be making a big mistake. Rather than adapting Roald Dahl source material for the third time, Wonka is a prequel filling in Willy Wonka's backstory. In Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Wonka is an aging, disillusioned chocolate magnate. In Wonka, he's just starting out and getting his business off the ground. He's young and hungry, not old and bitter. A popular fan theory suggested that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory's title character made a cameo appearance in Wonka as a shoeshine. But Wonka is set decades before Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. In Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Wonka is ready to give up his factory. At the end of Wonka, he's only just built it. If the shoeshine boy was Charlie, he wouldn't find the golden ticket and take over the factory until he was a middle-aged man. Fortunately, King has debunked this Wonka theory, and Wonka 2 needs to remember it. It's a major relief that kid in Wonka isn't Charlie Bucket. Peter Ostrom as Charlie Bucket looking confused in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It's a huge relief that the shoeshine in Wonka isn't Charlie Bucket. That kind of fan service is just the worst kind of prequel nonsense, like the origin of Han Solo's last name. To include Charlie in Wonka as a shoeshine would be so on the nose and would feel so forced. It's good that Wonka very much wasn't doing that. Obviously, Wonka sets some things up for the later stories, but it stands well apart from the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory story, and that's a good thing. Wonka 2 needs to avoid overdoing connections to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Timothée Chalamet with flying candy in Wonka. Given that Wonka has been a huge blockbuster success at the box office, earning over $600 million worldwide, Wonka 2 seems inevitable. A sequel to Wonka will naturally move the story a bit closer to the original movie's timeline, although there will still be a decent gap in which to tell new stories before Charlie arrives at Wonka's door. Having Charlie show up in Wonka 2, or even Grandpa Joe or one of the other supporting characters from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, would fall into that same prequelitis problem. This prequel series already has Wonka in the lead role, which is enough to satisfy fans of the franchise. Wonka 2 can start to build towards the expansion of the factory and include a few Easter eggs, literal ones, even, but it needs to strike the right balance. Bringing in Charlie and the other characters from the original book in the Wonka sequel would skew it too much into just feeling like it's setting up that movie or shoehorning them in.